Alright, game 2 of this final matchup, and again with a great draw. I only have 2 black sources in this deck, I think. No, 1 swamp, 3. And I seem to be drawing these dismal blackwaters and forests nearly every game. Again, getting the right mana is one of the best things that you can do to improve your chances of winning. And anytime that you don't, you put it more into luck's hands to just have that. And you want to reduce luck as much as possible. The need for it anyway. Alright, so Jeskai Elder, again, she's out. I'm not guided. This looks strikingly similar to some of the other starts that I've already had. This deck is consistent. Consistency is good. You want to try to have consistency in your playing and in your decks. So, getting a mana, well, 4 mana, not bad. Deciding whether or not to attack, not a good idea, at least with the Jeskai Elder. Inoc Guide, I do not decide to attack. The reason I've chosen not to here is likely because I know that he is going to have a strong offensive himself, and if I can make it to the late game, Hooting Mandrills, Whisperwood Elemental, Torrent Elemental, these are all bombs that need to be answered, otherwise I'll run away with the game. So I was thinking more along the lines of let us survive, and so we have the opportunity to get to play some of these spells, and he has done nothing, which is good news for us. There's that 5th mana. We can effectively play every card in the deck at this point. And to begin, I've chosen the Torrent Elemental. Well, I guess we couldn't play Hooting Mandrills. Otherwise I probably would have. He hasn't seen the Torrent Elemental yet. So when most people do see it, they get a little sad look on their face, like, oh, you pulled that? I still decide not to attack. I'm not going in there, especially because I know I'm going to get everything in for freebies with the Elemental next turn. Although, if he does manage to get a 5th mana, he will likely have some sort of spell to destroy it. At least that is my thinking. Most black decks that include black have one of those black 5 or 4 mana kill spells. In comes the Manifest. I'm not interested in blocking. If we're going to race, I will be racing more quickly. When Torrent Elemental attacks, he taps every creature Oh, okay. Well, Sweeper. He has swept the board. He is my cleaning lady came today, and he did a better job than she did of sweeping. Just kidding. Juana, you're amazing. She's an amazing lady. She's good at sweeping. Anyways, allow me to get the Hooting Mandrills out, and these monkeys can be a big old wall. Typhoid Rat's very good at stopping them, and Dragonbell Monk, you know, he's a body. I'd prefer a bear. I'd prefer a 2 mana 2/2, but you know, some people are into guys with big sticks with nubby balls on the end of them. I'm gonna stop talking. And okay, so I did exile the Torrent Elemental in order to play the Hooting Mandrills, which is a solid play because Torrent Elemental has the unfair ability to be played from the exile zone, which means if you've exiled him to play a delve spell, you can play him and put him back onto the field tapped. It seems that I'm having some difficulty sorting through how to do my mana properly, like a big boy, but I've gotten there. And again, now I don't want to attack through the Typhoid Rats if I know that I'm going to get the attack with the Torrent Elemental in next turn. Also, it's good to know that he's played his board sweeper that he pulled before I have played my Whisperwood Elemental, which I can't just pull out of exile. Having that waiting in the wakes is good for obvious reasons. Here we go. Glad I kept the manas in my hand. I was playing, anticipating that he could have a Rakshasa's Secret. There's a black sorcery that makes you discard 2 cards, and I was not interested in having him do that that was my computer. Having him do that to discard my strong Whisperwood Elemental or the strong Sultai Charm. His deck does seem like the sort of deck that would have those spells. So here I go, coming in for 7 damage with 21 life. That puts him on a 2 more turn clock. If I cast my Misfire Weaver, I think I called it Misfate in previous videos. Oh well, I'm a fool. If I play it face down, never mind. Let's just get the old Whisperwood Elemental. He already played his End Hostilities. What else does he have left, right? Plus, Whisperwood gets another creature onto the battlefield quickly. This will significantly shorten the length of the game. There he is commenting on my cards. I was very nervous when he said this because I don't know. I feel like he said some nice cards you have there, and then he was just gonna like sweep them all out from under me and just kind of make me feel like a fool. So I didn't want to respond because I want to be like, yeah, they're pretty good. I think they're gonna beat you, only to have him embarrass me. Pyrotechnics is a very good card in almost any context. In this context, it's good. You can usually get at least a 2-for-1 though, but killing Whisperwood Elemental is not really anything to be unhappy with. I've sacrificed my Whisperwood Elemental. If you sacrifice it, it means whenever any other creature that's not a token dies, you get to put a manifested creature into play. The reason I've done that is he has 2 mana left. If he killed either of my Baboons or my Torrential, I don't know what spell could possibly do it, but say he did, they would at least turn into Manifest. So I sacrificed my Whisperwood before the Pyrotechnics had a chance to hit it. And here he is coming in. I'm not interested. Oh, I am apparently interested in blocking. I don't really want to lose this game, and having the Torrent Elemental and the Mandrills hitting every turn is going to win regardless. Having the now Misfire Weaver, casting it face down. If I flip it up, it's going to give a creature I control hexproof. Giving a creature hexproof, tap all his creatures hit him, means that he won't be able to kill it. In this particular case, it means that it's probably going to beat him because I have 7 power in attacking even without the morph creature. And I have the mana ready. So I know his deck got to the finals for a reason. Chances are he has one more trick to prevent me from winning. So it's nice to have that morph ready. And here I decide to attack with all of them. Tap his creature. And I'm ready for any spell. Warflare. Now, Warflare is a good one because it will... Well, it doesn't target my creatures, so hexproof doesn't matter. However, Salteye Charm, if he decides to block one of my creatures, in particular the Hooting Mandrills, if I destroy it with a Salteye Charm, my trample damage will get through. The Torrent Elemental hits in the skies, so I beat him despite him having that Warflare trick. And he doesn't even have to know that I had the Singing Bell Strike in there. So I can keep that under wraps. If you know, oh, he's got another trick. All right, so this guy made it to the finals for a reason. He's obviously got a good deck. At this point, I'm debating whether or not to turn my Misfire Weaver face up. I opt not to, I think. Maybe I do. I don't know. I don't think I do. I think I was thinking, is there some way I could stop this from happening? Because I was rather upset. And I did decide to flip it. Even though he, didn't decide to flip it. Even though he'll be able to just see in the graveyard. Maybe he won't though, I don't know. Maybe it's been a long day and he's just, although this was in the morning. There we go. So he's down to 3, which is unfortunate considering my Torrent Elemental can only hit... he's down to 4, which is unfortunate because my Torrent Elemental can only hit him for 3. I'm also down to 8, which 4, 5, 6, 7, which means that if he draws a non-creature spell, he will be able to kill me next turn if I didn't draw the Singing Bell Strike. So here, or the Dragon Scale Boon, rather. I will Singing Bell Strike his Gore Swine. I know you're thinking that doesn't do anything, however, because you can just untap it. However, if he does choose to untap it, if he had another big spell, he may not be able to play it because he's had to untap his Gore Swine. And if he does have to untap the Gore Swine, yeah. Anyways, it won. Singing Bellstrike won that match, hands down. There was no other good card that I played other than Singing Bellstrike. And off we go into the Who the Tiebreaker for the win.